This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Breaking news tonight out of Manatee County, a possible sighting of tigers in Myakka City. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says at about 7 p.m. they received a call about someone seeing multiple large cats, possibly tigers, off of Crosby Road in eastern Manatee County. Deputies in the Florida Wildlife Commission responded and a search is underway for the cats. Wildlife investigators are checking captive wildlife facilities in the area to determine if any large cats have escaped. Anyone with information is being asked to call the Sheriff's Office or Florida Wildlife Commission. Well, there's a master plan in the works to improve one of Sarasota's top attractions, and it has raised some questions from people who live nearby. As ABC7's Rick Adams tells us, Selby Botanical Gardens is planning on investing millions of dollars on a major facelift to their lush property.
Maurice Selby Botanical Gardens is embarking on a $67 million 10-year plan that will completely upgrade and transform their 14-acre property on the Sarasota Bayfront.
It takes our living plant and preserved plant collections and moves them out of the flood zone. And the second part is it gives some organization and really helps orient people to get around the gardens much better.
Kirby says the plan will take place in 3 phases, which includes the removal of several buildings to make way for more green space and also the building of a 5-story parking garage. The parking garage has some folks who live close by concerned about traffic. Tom Lazier's family has lived in the Hudson Bayou neighborhood just blocks from the property since the 1920s. Lazier has also served on the Board of Trustees for Selby. He tells us residents should not have any concerns with this project.
It puts the parking into one logical location and creates a flow in and out of the property that doesn't exist today.
Lazier is one resident who can't wait for the transformation of Selby Gardens to take place, especially because he says they now have their eye on the future.
Employ green building technologies, solar arrays, living walls. It's just really exciting stuff that we really haven't seen around here.
Selby will be getting money for the project through a major fundraising campaign. If all goes according to plan, work on the project could begin within 3 years.
We've got a lot of excitement. We've been talking with neighbors. I think there is a general excitement. We've got some work to do to be able to make sure everyone is happy and finds the plan appeasing to the neighborhood.
Reporting from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Well, consumers are being warned to be cautious before buying gold. A Northport pawn shop recently bought gold bars that they thought were real. After the purchase, they ran a test and then realized that the gold was actually fake. Now they're hoping to warn others and urging them to take items to a professional jeweler to be tested before buying it.
I can tell what the metal is while you wait. So it's 100%. You can't guess if it's gold or not.
It's unclear whether the man who originally sold the gold to the pawn shop knows that that gold was fake. Well, a string of car burglaries happening overnight in Manatee County last night. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says several unlocked vehicles in the Central Park subdivision were broken into. They urge you to remove all valuables from your vehicle and lock the doors when you leave it unattended. If you have any information on these burglaries, you're being asked to contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office or call Crime Stoppers. That number is on your screen. A threat by a teenager leading to the evacuation of a community center today. Around 3:30 this afternoon, Northport police say a teenage student allegedly made threats at the Morgan Family Community Center. The building was immediately evacuated after the teen ran into the bathroom. After a short time, the teen came out and surrendered peacefully. No weapons were seen or located. The student was returned to his guardians, and there are no charges at this time. Well, in honor of Veterans Day, the Sarasota Kiwanis Club will host its 4th annual Veterans Day breakfast tomorrow. That breakfast taking place from 7 to 9 a.m. at Sahib Shriners, located on North Beneva Road in Sarasota. Proceeds of that sold-out event will benefit the Sarasota Kiwanis Foundation and Veterans Services at USF's Sarasota Manatee campus. Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at your forecast. Bob?
Well, Jacqueline, I'll tell you, we had a beautiful sunset tonight. We got plenty of pictures sent in. What we had is some clouds associated with a frontal boundary, a weak front at that, which will be moving through on Friday. It'll cool us down just a couple of degrees and maybe dry us out a little bit more. But right now, still pretty warm out there. 72 degrees. The dew point's up at 68. Winds are out of the north-northeast at 6. And as I said, those winds will eventually switch around more to a northwesterly direction tomorrow, let's say mid-morning, and then we'll start to see a little bit windier conditions too settle in. So boaters beware, seas will be running a little bit higher than they have been. Temperatures right now, low 70s across the area, 72 in Mayaca City. Northport, you're at 73 degrees right now. Temperatures in the low 70s from Cortez into Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, all right now around 72 to 70 degrees up and down the coast. The winds are out of the north now at around 5 to 10 miles an hour, and that will continue to be the case throughout the overnight. And as I mentioned, we are expecting just slightly cooler temperatures with this front. The one that will move through on Sunday will be a little bit stronger, but not expected to bring much rainfall. In fact, with this one, the low pressure area heading out into the Atlantic now, and behind it, some high pressure will build in temporarily just for about a day and a half before the next cold front moves in. And as I said, it won't really bring us too much of a chill to start the work week next week. Dry air is in place, and you need a lot of moisture out ahead of these fronts to really create any kind of significant rainfall. We haven't seen much of that. Well, much more in our forecast, and we'll take a look at what's going to be happening for the weekend weather coming up in just a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you, Bob. A manatee has been released into the wild after spending a year in rehabilitation. Randall the manatee was in the care of the South Florida Museum in Bradenton as well as SeaWorld. He was found by the Florida Wildlife Commission after being stranded in Camp Branch Creek in Putnam County. After Randall's rescue, changes were made to prevent manatees from getting back into that area anymore. Well, Florida regulators approving a 9.5% drop in worker compensation insurance rates. The new rates are scheduled to take effect on January 1st. The National Council on Compensation Insurance asked regulators to approve a slightly smaller 9.3% rate decrease. A year ago, workers' compensation rates were hiked up because of concerns about rulings from the Florida Supreme Court. Regulators say that experience and new data showed that the rates did not need to be that high. The Florida legislature is hiring a national employment law firm to investigate a state senator accused of sexual harassment. 6 women accused Senator Jack Lotfula of groping or making demeaning comments about their bodies. Today, Lotfula released the results of his polygraph exam. The polygraph examiner concluded that Lotfula was being truthful when he denied that he had inappropriately touched women. Senate President Joe Negron authorized an investigation into those allegations that the newly hired firm will start next week. Venus Williams arrived at her attorney's office in Florida today to give her deposition about a deadly car crash that she was involved in over this summer. The tennis star has remained fairly quiet regarding the details of that incident. However, on June 9th, she was involved in a car crash in Palm Beach Gardens that claimed the life of a 78-year-old. The victim's family is suing, claiming Williams is at fault for being in the middle of the intersection on a red light. However, Williams was never ticketed, and police say she was not at fault. Well, stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus new details in the Texas church shooting investigation, the shooter's father speaking publicly for the first time, and Republicans trying their best to kill Obamacare, but enrollment numbers continue to skyrocket.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace?
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-683-9262.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Well, an absolutely breathtaking sunset this evening. It was just gorgeous.
Yeah, I talked to a lot of people too, and we had a lot. I want to thank all the people too that sent in photos. They send photos into pics at mysuncoast.com, and I think I counted nearly 100. I can't get to all of them. Obviously, I did post some on my Facebook page, and we continue to see just gorgeous weather here. Yeah. This is Norm Schimmel. Love Norm's shot right there, as you can see, a beautiful shot, and I'll tell you, this is Selby Gardens, looking out off into the Gulf of Mexico. This is just unbelievable, majestic, if you will. It's again, you don't need to go anywhere to look at anything like that. That's beautiful right there, just here along the Suncoast. And by the way, I've had pictures sent in from Highlands County, all the way down to Charlotte County, Lemon Bay, all over the place, all the way up into Manatee County. This one from Lakewood Ranch, Patty Banks getting this, so everyone got a glimpse of it. This one from the Braden Yacht Club in near Palmetto, Robin getting this one, sending it in, and just absolutely outstanding photos of the beautiful and majestic sunset that occurred this evening. And the Van Wezel webcam showing the cirrus clouds associated with, high to mid-level clouds moving in, associated with a weak frontal system that is going to be moving through our area. Looks like midday tomorrow, and then cool us down just a little bit. There's still a chance for some fog, and these are current fog conditions across the peninsula right now. And you can see it is mainly to the east of our viewing area, and the visibility is starting to lessen there somewhat, but not much. We had just a little bit of thin fog around this morning. We could see similar conditions again tomorrow morning to start the day off on Friday. 72 degrees right now. The dew point is at 68 and humidity at 87%. Winds are out of the northeast at 6. And the pressure way up there at 30.02 inches. The high today was 2 degrees above the average high at 80, and the record high 88 degrees. This morning's low was just a few degrees above it too at 64 degrees. So comfortable conditions here along the Suncoast, and it will stay that way right through the weekend, although there is a slight chance for a shower or two come Sunday. And not much on Saturday at 20%. 73 now at Whitney Beach, 72 at Palm Air. Rosedale now at 71 degrees, and 73 at Lake Sarasota. Osprey, you're at 74, and 73 in Inglewood, Northport at 72 degrees, and Port Charlotte at 73. Hourly forecast, tomorrow we'll start off with a little bit of fog, partly cloudy skies throughout most of the day. You'll notice temperatures will be just a little bit cooler in the afternoon as opposed to the mid-80s. We'll see low 80s east of I-75 and upper 70s near the beaches. It will be a bit breezier tomorrow, so boaters take that into consideration if you're going out in the waters. Seas will be running just a little higher than they have been. Well, the futurecast shows the front coming down and sneaking through and just kind of fading away. We'll have that easterly wind return around an area of high pressure, and that will bring that easterly component with a few showers along the immediate coast there on the east side. And for us, a few spotty showers are possible, mainly a Saturday afternoon, but on into Sunday, the rain chance jumps to a whopping 30%. Not all that high at this point. Well, nationally, there's not a lot going on across the southern plain states and the lower Mississippi Valley. All is quiet there. A little clipper system moving through the northeast United States, bringing some snowfall into western New York tonight. This is that area of low pressure which continues to slip off to the east. There's some snow now into near Buffalo and a little bit of snow flurry action near Toronto, all the way into parts of Michigan tonight. So some snow there, all kind of wrapping around an area of low pressure. Well, the Arctic blast will mainly stay to the east. It will move to the east, a little bit drop to the south, but not so much for us here. We'll stay in fairly mild temperatures right through next week. A little bit below average, but not much. Here's the forecast for boaters tomorrow. Northeasterly winds at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop out there. And the water temperature is 76 degrees. As far as beaches go, the high right around 80 degrees. And tides on your screen. We just had a low tide. We'll have another one at 12:49 tomorrow afternoon. And then sunrise will be at 6:47. The forecast partly cloudy, a bit cooler, a little bit of patchy fog possible. And then for tomorrow, look for another gorgeous day, some sunshine and mild temperatures. High near 82 degrees inland, upper 70s near the beaches, and the extended forecast is calling for delightful weather over the weekend for the most part. Just a slight chance for a few showers come Saturday and Sunday, then cooler on Monday and Tuesday. Well, Mote Marine does many wonderful things here along the Sun Coast and in the community. This particular week, they took a lot of kids fishing. Here's more.
So by reading these fish, you can kind of judge where to put your line.
Sometimes the best learning can occur outside the classroom, as was the case for these Manatee Elementary students from Palmview. Most of us know about Mote on the island, but this place is 9 miles east of the interstate on Fruitville. It's Mote's Aquaculture Park, where over 90 students got the chance to learn about fishing from the best in the business.
Don't cast over your head, please.
They also got to take home a free rod and reel. Mote Marine has been doing this for nearly a decade.
That's a big snapper right there.
I got a big one. Miss Edson, I got a big one. Is that yours, Ethan?
And the kids learn how to fish and how to become good stewards of the environment.
What if a dolphin comes up to you while you're fishing? What should you do?
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Illegal to feed it.
It is illegal to feed it.
It's a collaborative effort with the Fish Florida program and Mote Marine.
And what is lovely, Florida is the fishing capital of the whole world, not just the United States.
It is?
For the research scientists, 30 volunteers, and students, it's a win-win situation. The fishing is a draw, but there's much more to it than that.
When we work with the young kids, they learn about sustainable fishing, and that's going to affect the next generations. And they're learning how to tie knots, they're doing tackle, they're doing casting practices, they get a fish out here in the dock. They learn about ethical angling and fish biology as well, and ecology.
And with all the phones and digital devices, it's important for kids to get outside and enjoy the environment.
Hey, remember, take a kid fishing, because someday they may take you.
That's right, put the phones down, do something, have some fun. That's what they were doing there. That happened yesterday. And Mote's Snook Shindig, also they had a tournament last weekend. And get a look at this, Miles Smith, his first tournament he ever entered at 15-year-old division. He won first place, and I understand Coach Steve Herrick helped him out with that big snook right there. It was all catch and release. Look at this, too. Big cobia. Captain Brian Marcy at Breakwater Charters taking this gentleman out and catching a huge cobia right there. Those are always very big fighters. And CB's Saltwater Outfitters, Captain Rick Grassett took this couple, I believe, from Australia out, and they caught some triple tail, and that's a big one. And Captain Trey Dietz, who was also out helping at Mote Marine Aquaculture, he caught this earlier this week. That's another cobia on Baywalker 2, and he also says that the fishing is really happening right now. On top of that, that triple tail is really quite nice right now. Really, a lot of people catching them.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like they're biting pretty well out there.
Oh, yeah, they are.
All right, thank you so much,
You
Bob.
bet.
Well, Republicans on Capitol Hill have tried their best to kill Obamacare, but people are signing up at a high rate, despite the Trump administration slashing open enrollment advertising in support. Upwards of 600,000 people signed up in the first 4 days, far outpacing last year's rate. Nearly a quarter of those were first-time enrollments. In addition to cutting advertising and support for enrollment, the Trump administration cut the sign-up period from 3 months to 6 weeks. However, the federal exchange, healthcare.gov, remains intact. The pastor of that small church at the center of Sunday's mass shooting now says it would be too painful to worship there again and wants to tear it down and put up a garden memorial in its place. We're also now hearing from the shooter's father for the first time. ABC's Maggie Rulli is in Sutherland Springs, Texas, with more on the ongoing investigation.
The small town of Sutherland Springs, Texas, has been through the unthinkable.
This is our 9/11. You understand that? This is our 9/11. We'll never forget it.
26 members of their community killed in Sunday's church massacre. 8 of them children, many from the same family.
Lives have been changed forever. Sisters, brothers, grandparents, infants. We'll never be the same.
As the nation struggles to comprehend the horror that happened in this small town, people are also demanding answers.
It was a crime that the assailant was ever able to purchase a firearm in the first place.
The shooter's past conviction in a military court for violent domestic assault should have prevented him from buying his guns. But the Air Force admits they never passed this information on to the FBI, revealing that a full investigation is now underway.
Since Sunday night, the Air Force Inspector General has talked to about 100 people involved in this case. We are looking at all of our databases, and if we have problems that we find, we'll fix them.
They promised to not only investigate what happened in the shooter's case, but also in all potential cases that could have fallen through the cracks. The Air Force says their review of the shooter should be out early next week, but they also plan on looking at all of their databases going back decades, and that review will take much longer. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Sutherland Springs, Texas.
Well, the tough times continue for Southeast High School football team, but first we'll have Jimmy Kimmel.
Here's what we're up to tonight. How you doing? Are you at a party, Kellyanne?
Yes, we're still celebrating the one-year anniversary of Donald Trump's landslide electoral victory over crooked Hillary.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Do you need a good laugh? Starting November 1st at the Players Center, everything that can go wrong does go wrong in the smash hit comedy Moon Over Buffalo. This wild Broadway series production shows what happens both on stage and off. Contact the Players at 365-2494 or at theplayers.org. The show must go on with Moon Over Buffalo.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now, sports.
The tough times continue for Southeast High School's football team. The school now looking for a new head coach. Head coach Rashad West resigning today to pursue other opportunities. A former quarterback at Southeast, West spent 2 seasons as the Seminoles head coach. His resignation comes after Southeast was placed on probation for their post-game fight against Harding High School last month. The school also had to forfeit 6 regular season games, 5 of which were wins, after the Manatee County School District learned about an academically ineligible player who took part in those games. School administrators say Athletic Director Joe Collis will begin the search for a new head football coach as soon as possible. Well, the NFL expects a 5-year contract extension with Commissioner Roger Goodell to be finalized soon, despite a threatened lawsuit by Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. Today, NFL spokesman Joe Lockhart said that they cannot project an actual date, but it should be wrapping up soon. Goodell became commissioner in 2006. That new extension would carry through 2024. Lockhart added that the league is aware of Jones' potential lawsuit, which apparently has been sparked by star running back Ezekiel Elliott's 6-game suspension over alleged domestic violence. The NHL's best team so far this season, winning again late last night on the West Coast. The Tampa Bay Lightning beating the San Jose Sharks 5-1 behind the NHL's scoring leader Steven Stamkos and his 3 assists. While he leads the league in scoring, his teammate Nikita Kucherov is just 2 points behind him in second place. The first place Bolts are playing again tonight. Tampa Bay in Los Angeles, and at last check, the Lightning are up 4-0. Well, that's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers when we come back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 16th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival presented by Publix, Saturday, November 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. All proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055. Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert Weather app now.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, beautiful day today. What about tomorrow? Football Friday night?
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah.
Friday night football. I think it's 4 weeks in a row now. Things are looking pretty good.
I know, we had rain for such a long time.
At the beginning of the season, yeah, so they finally got things worked out there in that front.
That's good.
And we're hoping not a lot of rain occurs over the weekend because of the Crystal Classic, and we've got the Chalk Festival, all sorts of great things happening. We've got to find the Tigers and make sure that they don't disrupt any plans out there either. We'll have a full report tomorrow morning as well.
All right, thank you so much, Bob. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.